Talamoana Exile. So what is up, YouTube? How is it going, guys? Today, I'm going to give you all a little bit of an update as to how it's going with my Fire Cyclone. This is hands down one of my favorite builds to do. Well, yeah, it's a close first over Volatile Dead. I had a lot of fun with that one. So far, I've been toying around with a couple different concepts that I'm enjoying quite a bit. If you like the hideout, by the way, I actually kind of thought about making like a video of me decorating this place, but I'm not kind of digging it so far. I'm still toying around with some concepts behind it. I don't know if you guys care much about hideout decorations or whatnot, but I enjoy it. I'm a big Sims fan. That's what it kind of reminds me of. All right, so going into this, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, how it's going as far as I'll run a couple maps, one or two maps, and then you guys can kind of see it in action. I am still running the tabula. As you can see, I did pick up my bronze lithe, which I currently plan on running. I'm still torn as to whether or not I want to start theory crafting maybe like a rare chest piece instead of just a standard old bronze lithe that everyone runs. But as you can see, roll-wise, it is just almost perfect. I did get the perfect increased damage with movement skills. The only thing not perfect on it is the increased evasion rating, which is 231 out of 250. So that 19% isn't really that big of a deal, I don't think. And then, yes, I do have... Let's go ahead and show you guys real quick. I do have iron reflexes, so I'd convert over to armor anyway. But so as you can see, I do still have to color it. I think I'm going to go 1 green, 3 red, 2 blue, which is extremely difficult to get. So I'm waiting until I hit about, honestly, I know I don't really need 3K chromas, but I'm going to go ahead and just wait till I have 3K. That way I can just do it all one fell swoop, guarantee I get the colors I need. And if I have a bunch of chromas left over, guess what? I'm going to either try to color some things and sell them, or might sell the chroma. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'd rather have more than I need than not enough. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and just pick out... You know what? We'll just go with the tier 8. I kind of want to see how my guys, holding up right now, especially with my tabula here. So something I'm looking for in map mods, since I do 100% fizz to fire conversion, I don't want elemental reflect. That's one of the main you can't really handle here. Elemental equilibrium. In the past, I've always kind of been torn as to whether or not it's a mod I really want to run. Yes, you can run it. It's not the end of the world. It just makes it a little bit more difficult, especially if you also have something like Enfeeble or Vulnerability on there too. But it looks like these mods are all... They look fine. So let's go ahead and throw it in here. And then one more look at the items. I think I am going to get another opal ring. Something I'm kind of working on the side. I'm actually crafting my own. I did get a pretty decently rolled one that I'm gonna go ahead and just sell for like an exalt, and then use that to reinvest in my own crafting gambling. And then also, guys, something you're gonna notice during this map run, I did take out my what's it called? My diamond flask. Brain fart. Sorry. I did replace it with the Lion's Roar because I am trying to use crit to activate Elemental Overlord as well as Firestorm. Believe it or not, I have a cast on crit paired with Firestorm here, and eventually I do want to get these all 6 linked. Now there's something weird I'm going to do with it, but I'm not really going to go into detail on that yet. But I actually have it to where Firestorm is connected to the molten burst that's in the axe itself, which that molten burst is triggered by the cyclone. So that way I'm actually able to cast both of these without actually having to waste anything attached to the cyclone itself. That makes sense. So as the cyclone's hitting, it's triggering molten burst from the axe itself, and then that molten burst in the axe, whenever it crits, it's triggering Firestorm. So during this map run, you're going to see Firestorm just being triggered just as I'm going along, which I think is kind of cool. And yeah, so we might make a video more on that once I kind of get the details on that hashed out. It's obviously probably I haven't done the math on it yet, but it's probably not quite as much DPS as just say beefing up Molten Burst. But I don't know, it's something kind of cool I wanted to give a try, and it just sounded like fun. I completely forgot to do my Blood Rage, but it's okay. All right, I also have what's it called? Ooh, I got me a prophecy. I forgot about that one. I have endurance charges whenever I leap slam into a crowd, and then the frenzy charges from the Blood Rage. So I'm starting to pick up some charges here or there. I think my endurance just still caps out of the basic 3 at a time. My frenzy is at 4. I'm actually about to grab my 5th maximum frenzy. I think the next time I make a Cyclone, I kind of want to make a Raider and go a little bit more frenzy oriented. And I don't know, I've got some ideas for something outside of a duelist. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy my duelist Cyclone. It's a lot of fun, but oh look, there's the firestorm, by the way. But I wanted to, you know, I'm always down to try new things. I also kind of want to go back to volatile too. We'll see. I've actually thought about something cool with maybe Detonate Dead too. I actually just got the skill gem for it, and I'm not mapping too hotly right now. This is my first map run of today, guys. You always gotta get that warm up map run. You know what I'm saying? Where you get in the groove of things. There've been a couple little close calls here. Ooh, why am I taking such big hits? We've got a couple decent currency drops. Oh, I can't grab. All right, so yeah, those are some chromas. Whenever anything you see that's like highlighted in blue, I'm sure a lot of people have that same item filter. It's not one that I made myself, so it's a pretty common one. Those are for chromas, or those are showing the items that will vendor for a chroma. Oh, here's the Fire Cyclone right here. It pretty much pulls all the bad guys into itself, and it does 100% increased attack speed, which I think is kind of cool. Oh. What? Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. I have a feeling you guys knew what I thought that was when I first saw it. I was like, well, wait a second. That can't be possible, because this is not Uber Elder remotely. This is just a simple tier 8 map. But it was not. You know what's weird? I've been getting quite a bit of unique drops in some of these maps recently. Like, I would say like 2, 3, 4, 5, like a decent number of them. Alright, so those of you guys out there that are enjoying the Cyclone, I would recommend it. It's a good build, I think, for those just starting into Path of Exile 2. It was actually my first build. Not something that... This is obviously a little bit different one. Oh, he's actually wanting to buy that for just... Well, we'll go ahead and sell it later. I actually bumped the price up on those because I was getting tired of people constantly like ringing me to buy maps. Well, don't get me wrong, I could always use the alchemies. Sometimes it gets a little bit frustrating having a bazillion messages. Ah, oh, rats, get over here. Ooh, 6 socket. Hold on, let's get rid of this. As you guys can see too, half the time I don't even run my flasks unless I'm going into like a super iffy crowd or a boss. I actually don't even really use flasks too often. Or even the leap slam to give me some endurance charges. Once you get out maxed out endurance and then frenzy, it's pretty juicy. Alright, so it looks like I still have rats to find. Dang it. This is not one of my favorite prophecies. Come on, rats. So I believe you have to kill them all in order to complete the prophecy. I am doing a little bit of prophecy hunting this season. Every now and then I go out and just try and complete as many as I can just to get those real sexy ones. And I've got a couple here and there. I've got the 5-link prophecy. I forget what it's called. Something generosity or something. And that one's pretty nice. I think I did one of my... I picked up a bronze lithe that was perfectly rolled. I think I only paid like... The dude sold it for like an alchemy or something. And I was like, okay. I'll go ahead and utilize this, you know, 5-link here. This 5-link prophecy for a jeweler's orb. Where, I bet it's just one rat too. If we can't find it on this run right here, then we're just gonna bounce. I just don't want it to bug out. Oh, 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 is that the rat? I just saw him. Haha, I got him. Oh, that was a rat. Damn it, there's more rats. I'm sorry, guys. All right, tell you what. Forget that prophecy. We're gonna go do something else. All right, so for now, we're gonna go ahead and sell some of these that are not the uniques. I've been working on something with, I've just been kind of stockpiling some uniques for some testing on some things via temple related that I've been wanting to do. So as you can see here, I've been getting quite a bit of div cards. I do still need to pick up the div card trade tab, but so far I feel as though I've been able to manage. I mean, as soon as you get a full set, as you can see, it's blue. It turns blue, which isn't too big of a deal. Oh, I didn't mean to hit sell. All right, this in here. We'll take a look at this later. And then let's go ahead and run another map. We'll go down to 6. See, I need to pick up some more yellows, man. I've been slacking ever since that. Here we go. Players with elemental equilibrium. We were actually talking about that a little bit ago. Temporal chains to ooh. We can definitely run it, but that's God. I hate temporal chains. We're not gonna run. We're gonna do this on the video. Yeah, we can definitely run that map. I just really don't like temporal chains. At least not for content wise, because you're like chugging along super slow, and then you also have elemental equilibrium, where you're just doing not as much damage. Because I only do one. I just do fire, pure fire. So we can run it, just not on the video. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right into this one. I think this was what, Bizarre or something. This was not too bad. I think I'm starting to pick up on my getting all warmed up, whatnot. Oh yeah, feeling a lot better. Is this Elder influenced? Oh, I actually did this great map run. Actually, my first Uber map on this character. Uber Lab, excuse me. I got a bunch of 20 qual Val gems. It's pretty juicy, so I've been kind of working on leveling those up in my offhand. It is Elder influenced. Speaking of chugging along, it's those tar things. Ooh, Crimson Jewel. Ooh, piece of candy. Anyone else think piece of candy anytime they get a Crimson Jewel? Is that just me? No? Reference things, stuff, guys? Alright, I'm not gonna really care too much about the onesie twosie. So, as far as DPS goes, I've been working on, I'll show you a tooltip here shortly, but I've been working on some concepts as to how I'm going to go ahead and continue to increase it. Like I said before, opal rings I think I'm going to go with instead of steel rings. Steel rings do provide that flat base fizz, which gets converted to fire, whereas the opal gives that, what, 25% Ella, and then all the mods and stuff that perk to it. I actually have a lot of flat fire already in my build. So I'm actually looking for percent multiplier, multiplier gain or whatever. Oh, I froze a little. So in order to do that, I think the opal rings actually might be the way to go. Yeah, we didn't run a temple chains only to go into a map where there's a lot of that sludge that makes you go slower anyway. Yeah, see, as you can see, the leap slam's giving us a little bit of endurance. It's not really an endurance build, but you know what? There's not a whole lot you're gonna put Link in this leap slam anyway, outside of like faster attack. So, I'll get rid of those guys. So may as well get a little bit of endurance out of it. You know what I'm saying? Get a little bit of a fizz reduction and whatnot. All the juiciness. Yeah, guys, as you can see, I am still activating the firestorm. I've been still back and forth as to whether or not I want to hold on to the lion's roar or if I want to go back to my diamond flask. I did, don't get me wrong, I liked my diamond flask. I was getting some good crit from it. Activating elemental overload quite a bit. As you can see, I've got it up here. You just have to crit once every 8 seconds in order to kind of keep it going. As you can see, I just triggered it again, so I may not actually need the diamond flask. I think I'll be good without it. Just as long as I crit once every 8 seconds. Will be glorious. Which is kind of nice. You kind of pick up that extra flask slot, and instead of just going actual crit, you would actually have to. There's actually a chart out there that tells you what's worth it, either elemental overload or just going actual crit multiplier. There is actually a chart you can see how much % multiplier you're gonna need for it to be worth it, to be better than Ela overload. And it's kind of interesting. I always assumed that going multiplier is just hands down the better way to go DPS wise, but since I don't really have a lot of the nodes that are near what I'm trying to get, if that makes any sort of sense, it was actually significantly smarter to go overload for me. There's a lot more potential with crit multiplier, but for this particular build, it's better to go overload. Or of course, there's also resolute technique. Like, wait, is that the name of it? Yeah, resolute technique. Where you don't, it's 100% accuracy, you don't miss any of your hits, but you can never crit then. You can't take either one. That also you gain quite a bit of DPS from. So you gotta kind of pick your battles. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, guys, sorry, I just got off work, so my clearing of maps is not necessarily the you know, you gotta get a little warmed up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We still won. We just gotta get in the groove. All right, so looks like I forgot we picked up a jewel. Yeah. Nah. All right, so we'll run. I think we'll go ahead and just run one more, and then we'll go ahead and call it a day. So let's see. I've run those top 2 yellows I got at the moment. Bone Crypt? That's the one I looked at already. Bizarre. I think I kind of like Arachnide's Nest. That's the one I'm thinking of. We could probably just run that one. And Feeble, not too bad. I gotta be a little bit careful, especially with the extra fire percent as extra fire. In there. Ooh, we got armory too. Alright, so let's do it. I should be leveling my my Aileron up too soon. Get a little bit beastier. You know. Crib. Oh, and it's Shaper. Yeah, we just did an Elder influence one, and I get a little bit of a Shaper influence one. Look at that. And we got some new maps. Right off the bat, huh? I'll take it. Yeah, for this one we're gonna have to sustain a little bit. Not a whole lot of messing around here. One of the downsides to this map, I think, is just it's just not quite linear enough for me. It feels a lot like a dungeon, although I will say it is better than a dungeon in the sense that you're not having to stop and open doors all the time. Well, I guess you don't necessarily, you can leap slam over them, but you get what I'm saying. You will find Varici and complete his mission. That is true, we did find him. For an assassin, you do save a lot of people's lives with Varici, which I always found to be kind of amusing. Firestorm. I just think it's cool, man. Like I said, I haven't done the math yet, so I think, you know, we might be missing out on a little bit of DPS by having Firestorm and Cast on Crit in there. But man, it is kind of... Oh, get out of there! It is fun to do. There we go. Get a little bit of... a couple charges up. I've also kind of thought about doing, what's it called? The Fire Shield with it. Oh, a shaper item. Toying around with a couple different ideas as to stuff outside of just Firestorm. Sorry, killing spiders, so I can't think of it off the top of my head. You already killed the boss? Oh, there he is. She. He or she. I always feel like spiders are she's. Oh, I don't have a Fire Cyclone. There we go. Culling Strike is so juicy sometimes. Sometimes I forget I have it. I'm like, oh, we still have so much life left to kill. And then boom. Dunzo. Oh yeah, this feels pretty good. Like I said, guys, I don't even have the only endgame gear I really have at the moment is, I would say, my axe. If anything, oh, it could be a little bit better. Axe wise, the fizz isn't maxed out, but I do have the attack speed capped. So I do plan on eventually upgrading my axe, maybe orbit a little bit. You know, get the I think it's caps out at 230 increased fizz. That's not true. I also have my helmet. It is perfectly rolled, but I still need to get the proper enchantment on. I'm trying to get that Uber Labs 40% Cyclone increase onto it, but that's uber expensive. All right, so looks like we've just about cleared it, minus that long trail of scorpions. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and pop over. Come. Step into my office. Appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. Sorry it's been a little while since I actually got to make a YouTube video. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've been kind of addicted to that new Jurassic World game that came out, and I wanted to make a YouTube video on it, but I couldn't really find YouTube worthy content necessarily, I guess making dinosaurs fight would be kind of a cool one to do. But it was just one of those games where I just kicked back with a nice cold beer and just got to grind forever. We all play Path of Exile. You guys know what I'm talking about, when you have those nice grind games so you can just get in there and you just grind for stuff. So that's what I was doing for the past couple days. So my bad for being a while since I showed you guys kind of an update on my Fire Cyclone. Something I'm kind of working on right now that I didn't really mention too much on today's video was I am currently grinding for some currency items. I've been kind of seeing where the economy's at, what I can flip to kind of get that quick dollar. So far I've just been flipping chromes for chaos, and then vice versa. You flip that over to exalts, and also getting gear for cheap, and then doing a little bit of mod to it, and then reselling it. So outside of that, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I should be putting out another video very soon.